The office air is thick, not just with heat, but with the quiet tension of secrets held too long. Slumgy's laugh, too bright, ricochets off the fluorescent glare, while behind him the blue-checkered man glances over his shoulder as he passes, papers trembling just enough to make me wonder if he's nervous or if I'm just imagining it again. Monica Sloan, too composed, lingers near the green-potted plant, her voice pitched low on her phone. No, he's here now. Yes, with the camera. She catches my eye, polite smile a shade too practiced. Everything all right, Arjun? As if she knows I woke up to two-factor alerts I didn't set, and that the travel fund overlay stubbornly reads $10 to $100 even though the receipts stacked in my email say otherwise. Dr. Henry Beale pushes open the door, nods at Slumgy with that physician's calm, "You're looking well, Vikas, but don't overdo it." And for a second I catch the briefest flicker between him and Monica, something unsaid, a warning or an agreement, or just the paranoia twisting in the pit of my stomach. The chat blips, "We are watching you," innocent on the surface, but the man in the blue shirt stops beside the doorway, papers clutched close, and whispers to no one. He's not supposed to know. Behind closed doors, everything's supposed to be safe, but here, now, every smile is an accusation, every message a threat, and the truth is suffocating. Under the greenish shadow of the stairway, the kitten curled in Slumgy's arms, a streak of ginger and black, too thin, eyes bright with a knowing that is almost human, while the chat window pulsed with shifting alliances and coded jokes, each message more loaded than the last. My fingers hovered useless on the keyboard, the travel fund stuck at $10, overlay frozen, as if daring me to fix it, to prove I hadn't touched a thing. Brody Nugent popped in, bright as ever. "Hope you're well, Vic. Family good." His cheer too insistent, like he needed me to say yes to sign off on the illusion that everything was fine. Maxwell Overton's patrol passed outside, his reflection darting across the glass, a man in uniform meant to protect, but his eyes lingered on the screen too long, as if memorizing the names in chat. I watched Slumgy stroke the kitten, the way his smile faltered when the donation alert stuttered, then snapped back into place. "She yours now," Dr. Henry typed, and the words felt heavier than they should, like a contract signed in front of witnesses I didn't know were watching. The mug on the step hadn't been there a minute ago. I could swear on it. The kitten's collar glinted, a scratched phone number, the last 4 digits matching the spam calls I keep getting at midnight. "Take her in," Monica Sloan messaged, voice sweet from the other room. But I could see her silhouette, half-turned, watching from behind the curtain. Ordinary kindness, petting a stray, answering a chat, never felt so dangerous. And behind closed doors, with everyone's eyes fixed on the feed, I realized I might be the only one who didn't know the rules of the game. The alley's hush was thicker than the Mumbai humidity, blue metal sheets pressing in as if the whole world had narrowed to this corridor where Slumgy, Vikas, stood, gaze fixed on his lens with that odd, easy smile that always looked a little rehearsed on days like this. The chat on my screen pulsed, "Take the cat to the food. That cat will thank you." But their voices felt distant, muffled by the static that kept seeping through the feed. Brody Nugent's cheerful ping cracked the tension. "You doing all right, Vic? Looks warm out. Don't forget water." But I caught Manny Kane's profile just beyond the camera's edge, chatting up a marble worker in rapid-fire Hindi, too intent, too casual. Was that a warning glance, or just the sun in his eyes? And up above, a knot of wires twisted around the tree, one thin cable snaking toward the ground where the kitten from before nosed at a battered mug. A plain white one, but I knew it from the office, didn't I? Monica Sloan's message buzzed on my phone, all sweetness and calm. "If you need anything, just say so." But through the alley's echo, her voice drifted into the real urgent, "He's never this late, is he?" The travel fund overlay, frozen at $15 taunting, felt less like a technical glitch and more like a silent dare. A tally of what I couldn't fix, of what someone wouldn't let me fix. And when Dr. Henry walked by at the alley's end, not seeing me, but pausing to touch the sheet metal, 3 slow taps, deliberate, before vanishing into the blur of traffic, I realized the ordinary was just a smokescreen. Every detail a message I was supposed to decode if I wanted to keep the peace. If I wanted to keep my job, if I wanted to keep Slum G from turning back to look for me, back to see what I'd been hiding all along. The taxi's patterned seat covers scratch at my wrist, sweat prickling beneath the sleeve as I watch Slumji Vikas grin at chat, his eyes flicking to the open window where the city's noise threatens to drown us. Kolaba bhaiya, he says, voice steady, but my gaze catches on the reflection in the rear view. Dr. Henry Beale's face for a fleeting second lost in the jostle of pedestrians. The donation alert pings. Mankini tipped 25 hours out, too generous, too public, and the overlay lurches as if flinching. Have a good time, brother, Mankini types, but my phone vibrates a beat later. A private message from Manny Kane. Don't trust the fare, always ask first. Vikas laughs. Negotiation is half the battle here. But Brody Nugent's cheerful message, looks like you're back in Thailand when you look up, lands with a chill. My gaze drifts to a yellow taxi outside, paused at the curb, driver's eyes locked on ours for a fraction too long. Too much. I never go by taxi. Dr. Henry writes from somewhere unseen, and I wonder if he's warning me or just reminding me that every routine, every ride, every smile, every chat message is already under surveillance. The city glows gold through the window, but it's the shadows that move when my back is turned. Maxwell Overton's name appears in chat, a ghostly reminder of the neighborhood's silent watch. You can look for Nushu, Dr. Henry jokes, but the truth presses in. If the meter's been tampered with, what else has? The overlay's numbers tick up, but the air is stifling, claustrophobic, every rupee accounted for except the one detail I can't place. The driver's hand trembling as he adjusts the mirror, eyes darting to the back seat to where Slum G sits so casually, as if nothing could ever go wrong behind closed doors. The intersection outside is a fever dream of color and noise, the taxi's meter ticking up like a threat, each green flash of the traffic signal a silent countdown. Slum G's voice dances in the cramped back seat, light and teasing for the chat. Mumbai madness, huh? But I can see the shimmer of sweat at his temple, the way he glances once, then twice, at the blue and silver car idling beside us, its suitcase lashed down with hospital-issued tape. Dr. Henry's hospital, I realize, cold crawling up my spine. Manny Kane's message pops up on my phone. Great atmosphere for a reunion, Arjun. Don't let him out of your sight. Too well timed, as if he can see what I see. Or maybe he's just guessing. He's always guessing right. In the reflection of the Art Deco cinema, the one with the giant painted face that always looks a little too knowing, I catch Maxwell Overton, neighborhood watch, standing under a lamppost, phone raised, pretending to film traffic, but his lens pointed at our cab. His jacket's the same one he wore when he said, "Let us know if you see anything strange tonight," like he already knows. The chat scrolls manic. Haircut jokes and half-truths, overkill master pushing, just thoughts, Vikas, as if the right thought could stop the meter, or maybe just keep us from noticing how the driver's hand hovers over the central lock, thumb-tapping, waiting for a signal. We should get out soon, Slumji murmurs, too soft for chat, but the way his eyes flick to mine, searching for reassurance I can't give, makes my mouth taste of metal, of midnight spam calls and unread messages. Because out here, behind closed car doors and windows streaked with monsoon drizzle, the only thing moving faster than the traffic is the secret we're both pretending not to see. The rain smears everything into reflections. Neon from the Taj Mahal Palace pooling on the slick cobblestones. The gateway rising through mist like a mirage. Umbrellas bobbing in a silent language of color, but it's the pink one, impossibly vivid, that catches my eye. Its owner pausing just long enough to glance toward the stream, face obscured by shadow and drizzle. You sure you want to stand here, Vikas? Brody Nugent calls, voice too loud, too chipper for the hush that settled over us, his hand gripping my elbow as if he's worried I'll slip or run. Dr. Henry Beale materializes beside a traffic barrier, coat pulled tight, gaze darting from the crowd to the live feed overlay stuck at 40. Looks like your luck's changing, he murmurs, but his tone is clipped, wary, watching the pink umbrella's slow orbit. Maxwell Overton, in a rain-damp uniform, signals the taxi line to move on, his whistle shrill in the night, but his eyes lock with mine, holding just a fraction too long. The chat surges, the sea looks rough, don't trust the umbrellas. And every message feels like a warning. Something wasn't right. Not with the way the pink umbrella lingers, not with the way Brody's grip tightens when Dr. Henry leans in, whispering, "They said we'd be safe here, but someone's changed the plan." The truth is suffocating. The ordinary, rain, tourists, donations, even the laughter echoing from the hotel awning, has become camouflage for something quietly sinister. And as the pink umbrella disappears into the press of bodies, I realize the only thing more dangerous than secrets are the people who promise to keep them. The cafe's fluorescence hums like a warning. White ceiling panels, a spinning fan that wobbles with every rotation, threatening to drop. And Slumji, Vikas, sits perfectly composed at the table's edge, smile too eager for the lens as the chat overlay flickers. Travel funds $6,100 in a sickly digital green, the number ticking up slow as a threat. I watch from behind my screen, palms damp in the sticky heat, trying not to meet the eyes of the man sitting mostly out of frame. A flash of gold watch, a stray knuckle tapping a cryptic rhythm on the tabletop. Brody Nugent's voice, chipper and too loud in my ear. "Mumbai's got you glowing, Vic. Glad to see you back safe, mate." But his gaze keeps darting past Vikas, scanning the glass doors, the shadows shifting with every new customer. Manny Kane slides in beside them, dropping a napkin scrawled with a phone number. Nolan's, I realize, but why now? Why here? His voice soft but urgent. "You need to call him before it's too late." The chat erupts. "Don't return it. Umbrella Karma, what branch are you from?" As if in on some joke I can't decipher. And Dr. Henry Beale's reply comes a beat too late. Eyes narrowed. "Don't worry, Vikas, you're among friends." But I see the nervous twitch, the way his hand stays clenched beneath the table, and I remember the cat's collar, the mug on the alley step, the overlay that never matches the receipts. Behind closed doors, in the harsh glow of the cafe, every smile is a test, every message a trap, and as Vikas laughs for the camera, a bead of sweat tracing his jaw, I wonder who's out of frame, watching, waiting, orchestrating tonight's performance. The Mumbai night pulses neon, the air thick with rain and secrets. People cluster in pools of headlight and laughter, but I can feel the thread of tension winding tighter, invisible but so real it scrapes my skin. I watch from behind Slumji's stream, overlay as a woman perches on a grey scooter, nibbling her snack, eyes darting to her phone with every passing shadow. Brody Nugent leans in, too close, his voice pitched light but edged with warning. "Careful where you stand, Vikas. The curb's never as safe as it looks." A man with a red backpack, Manny Kane, always with the easy smile, waves, but his grin falters when the taxi idles a moment too long, engine rumbling, the driver's gaze fixed on the camera lens and not the street. "You see Maxwell?" Manny murmurs, his plate trembling just enough to betray his nerves. "He said he'd sweep by after the last bus." The chat blips. Overlay numbers flicker erratically, $60, $45, then back, never matching the donations I know came through. Dr. Henry's message appears, a simple, "Sound is better now," but I hear him before I see him, footsteps careful, as he glances between the gathered strangers in the stream's digital eye. "Evening, Arjun," he says, too calm. "Everyone's out tonight, His hand rests on Brody's shoulder, reassuring or warning, I can't decide. The woman on the scooter lifts her water bottle, a silent toast, but her gaze lingers on the black and yellow taxi, studying its license plate as if memorizing an escape route. Behind closed doors, the city's innocence is just a script. Each backpack, each casual conversation, every outstretched hand masking a silent agreement. Don't ask, don't trust, keep moving. I wonder who's watching from the upper windows. I wonder if they see me. The truth presses in. Ordinary has become camouflage, and tonight, more than ever, I am the only one who knows how easily the line between safety and suspicion can vanish in the space between a neon flicker and a whispered warning. The night folds around us, humid, humming, the street's glossy stone reflecting streetlight in long, trembling streaks as I watch Slum G, his back to the camera, stride away beside Dr. Henry Beale, the physician's white sleeve catching glimmers of yellow as they slip deeper beneath the jungle-thick branches spilling over the compound wall. Their shadows stretch and merge, indistinct, and for a moment I catch Dr. Henry's voice, steady, too reassuring, float through the static. You're doing the right thing, Vikas, but you can't trust everyone to see it that way. My fingers tighten over the mouse, the chat's endless scroll blurring at the edges, Overkill Master's odd all-caps chant, Dino Dance, that's a serve, twisting into a warning, Homo sapiens' laughter about ice cream suddenly bobbed, as if they're all in on the joke except me. Maxwell Overton's silhouette appears near a parked silver Tata, his head cocked as if eavesdropping, and I see him tap a message on his phone before glancing up, locking eyes with the lens for just a heartbeat too long. I remember this park on your right. Leon was with you, Dr. Henry types, the chat overlay flickering above the scene. But I can't shake the feeling that the overlay, $6,100, means something more tonight. A countdown or a code, the numbers ticking closer to disaster. Behind closed doors, there's supposed to be safety, but here, out in the open, with Mumbai's lush green pressing close and every step tracked, every chat message a veiled threat, I sense the truth circling us, suffocating, electric, waiting for someone, maybe me, to finally say it aloud. The platform's fluorescent glare throws hard shadows beneath the benches, making every scuffed shoe and swinging briefcase feel like a cipher. A clue. Dr. Henry stands by the pillar, tie loosened, posture too relaxed for the chaos. A practiced calm that makes me wonder if he's watching for someone or if he's the reason I keep checking over my shoulder. Trains are always late when you need them most, he murmurs, voice low, eyes tracing the blue signboards as if they're coded messages meant only for him. Across the stream of commuters, Brody Nugent weaves through the crowd, his cheerful wave barely disguising the urgency in his step. He sits beside me on the metal bench, his phone already out, screen angled away as he types something I'm not allowed to see. Maxwell's patrolling the far side, Brody whispers, too close to my ear. Said he saw Nolan messing with the CCTV just now. Funny, right? Not funny at all, but I nod, throat tight. The chat on my screen scrolls flickering. Emojis, inside jokes, a coded rail life from Nully that lands like a threat. Someone jostles past, shoulder sharp against mine, and for a second I glimpse the reflection in the polished floor. Dr. Henry watching Brody watching me. The hum of the arriving train grows, a metallic crescendo, but no one moves. The crowd is waiting for something else. A signal, a confession, the moment when the ordinary ruptures and every secret spills out beneath the artificial lights. I grip my bag tighter, pulse hammering, knowing that behind closed doors and coded screens, the real destination is never the one